Hi, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who haven't been here, my name is Terry. I live right outside of Portland, Oregon. I sell full-time on eBay. I love to go to garage sales and estate sales and find things that are undervalued and flip them on eBay for a profit. Today, I am going to do a what sold video on some of the things that I have sold over the past week. Today is Wednesday. It is the day after our very long 4th of July weekend. So I had a pretty good weekend with all of my models that I had bought a couple months ago. I will share those with you just in one big bulk amount of how much I paid for them and how much they sold for, because it would just be too much and probably too boring for you to see each individual one. So those of you who have been following my channel know that I've been picking up a lot more books. So I picked up 3 Shakespeare books. I paid $2 for this one and it sold for $12.72. Last summer, I picked up a couple boxes of Star Trek books. They had them at a garage sale. They just gave them to me at a bulk price. I believe all of these are from the 70s. And I've had them listed all this time. I thought they would sell faster. I think this might be the second lot that I have sold. I probably had around 6, 7, or 8 different lots. So this lot, I have $3 into it, and it sold for $58.47. So I'm glad to see this go out. Maybe I had them listed a little bit too high because I know that somebody picked this up on a sale that I was running in my eBay store. Talk about a great find on a book. I picked this up on the last day of a sale. And I picked up some other great books there too. I picked up all those ophthalmology books, if you had seen my video a couple videos back. I had purchased all of these books from there on the last day, so I got half off on them all. And in their photographs of their estate sale, they didn't show any of the books on the bookshelf. So I have a feeling that any book collector or book reseller just didn't go to that sale because they didn't see any books in the photographs. So they probably figured there was no books at that sale. So I got there on the last day. I did get there early to get in line early because I did see a couple other things that I wanted to get at that sale. And so this one is called The Japanese Swordsmiths, and it's from 1966. And it does have some other little, I don't know what they are because they're all in Japanese, but they have other little letters in here and some other little pamphlets. There's like a little, some kind of little ticket in here. I'm not sure what they are because this whole book is written in Japanese. When I was at the sale, I had no idea the value of it either because I could not find a sold comp, but I thought it was cool enough to go ahead and pick up. So on the first day of the sale, it was $8 and I ended up getting it for $4. It just sold for $190. And when I listed it, I had immediate interest. There were watchers on it. So it was pretty exciting to pick something up that I didn't know anything about and ended up selling it for that much money. So keep your eyes open for unusual books like this. I picked up this at a garage sale with another little figure. This is a little, it's called Lil Wolfgang Mozart. And I paid $1 for it and it sold for $10. I had shown these Salad Master knives in one of my videos when I picked them up, and after I picked them up I realized that they were not really that great of a pickup because I paid $18 for them and the value just was not there. I had a hard time leaving them behind though because they were Salad Master. If you could pick up Salad Master pots and pans, especially an electric skillet, if you find one of those, can be worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And so I paid $18 for these and they're going out international and they sold for $35. I picked up this music book for $1. I don't even remember where. It must have been at an estate sale. I have not had it listed that long. It is called Slipknot is the name of the band. And I guess I have guitar music in here. So I don't know if I've ever heard of this band, but I thought it was interesting enough to pick it up. And it sold for $20. I sold another one of my outfits. This possibly could be from the 50s or 60s. This outfit was called the winter holiday outfit. I don't have all of the pieces. Not even sure if this luggage really came with it. It was mostly this jacket. Keep your eyes open for 60s and 70s Barbie clothes. If you don't know what the labels look like, they are embroidered black and white like that. They will always have the stitching on the other side like this. If they don't have that, then it was probably a remake, because I think in the 90s they started doing remake, and the labels are black and white, but you will not see that threading on the back like that. So that's how you can tell if they're going to be from the 60s or 70s, but grab them if you see that label. So I have $5 into this little lot, and it sold for $36.55. I just picked this figure up at an estate sale a couple weekends ago. I have never heard of this. It's called Star Ears. I think I'm saying that right. And it is made by the company Tommy. And this is from 1984. It almost looks like a Transformer type of figure. It is very light, kind of cheap looking plastic to me. But when I was at the sale, I did run some comps on it and it was selling pretty good. So I did pay $20 for it, but I sold it in about a week and a half for $75. So keep your eyes open. There's all different types of figures that they make. I've had this Athens train for a bit. I bought a whole bunch of them at this train sale that I went to. I will leave a link down below in that video because it was really cool walking through there with me and seeing all those trains. There were so many of them. So you should check out that video. This is from the 70s. I paid $10 for this one, and this one sold for $50. So I think most of the things at that sale had never been used. And just about all of them were from the 70s. I picked this Ralph Lauren sham up at Ross when I was there. I always check Ross pillowcases because they carry Ralph Lauren. The MSRP on it is $135. I picked it up for $4 at Ross, and it sold for $34. One of my favorite things to sell are Barbies, and I picked this one up at an estate sale for $5, and this one sold for $21.22. This is called the Cali Girl. She is in perfect condition, but the box is just a little bit rough, but it's still sold. Not that great of a profit, but I'm okay with that. So I picked this canning jar book up at a garage sale for 50 cents. And I picked it up after I had picked up all of those other red books that I've been showing you, those jar books that I've been selling. Then I realized that canning jar books can actually sell really good. So I found this and another one at a garage sale, and they just wanted 50 cents each. This one is from 1995 and it sold for $20. So keep your eyes open for the canning jar books because they do sell pretty quickly. Here is another set of the Ralph Lauren shams that I picked up that same day at Ross. I paid $26 for both of these though, and they sold for $62. Here's a puzzle that I picked up. It was brand new in box. That's usually the only way I will buy them because I don't want to put them together to see if there's any pieces missing. So I must have bought this in a huge lot of stuff at an estate sale and did an average price because I paid $2.72 for this. And this sold for $17.50. I remember during COVID, the puzzles were flying out the door. If you can find puzzles, they were definitely a good pickup. People were doing puzzles at home constantly. Not selling as well anymore, but they do still sell. I will always pick up these battery backups, especially if they're brand new in box like this. I only paid $5 for this, and it sold in about a month for $135. So keep your eyes open for battery backups and little external hard drives. I purchased this Sasha doll a couple years ago, maybe not quite 2 years ago, from an estate sale with another Sasha doll. The other one sold pretty quickly. It was a little boy Sasha doll. And then this one I had priced really high because there were some high comps on them. And nobody has purchased it. My photos were not that great. My photos were making her body look like it was a little discolored. I think the lighting just overexposed it. So somebody reached out to me and asked if that was really on her body. So I retook some photos and sent it to them, and then they purchased it. I did pay $100 for her, and I think I originally had it listed at $400. And then I just kept dropping the price a little bit. And then somebody reached out and they asked if they could purchase her for $250. And I accepted. I'm okay with that price. And then my last item is another item that I absolutely love to pick up and sell. But if you're going to pick them up, make sure you run a comp. It is Department 56. Because not all Department 56 does well. So when I purchased this, I purchased a whole bunch of them. And I was able to look every single one of them up and make sure that they were going to sell good. So I paid $21 for this one, and it sold for $135. Okay, so now for my models, I was going to show you what I have sold. So over this long weekend, I sold 30 models. And so here they all are. I'm getting ready to ship them all out. That is a lot. So the cheapest one sold for $5.37, and the highest one sold for $76. And so that's an average of $22 each. So the total in sales for all of these over the weekend was $663.44. So the sales on my models are going really, really well. My son and I still have probably roughly around 600 or so more to list. And then we have a whole bunch of other things to list as well. So we didn't even count all the balsa wood models. So those will be next, and then we'll start doing all of the decals and things like that. I don't talk about my personal life that much, but my mom passed away a little over a couple months ago. I've been having to drive back and forth to Medford, which is about 4 hours away or so, just to take care of everything. So that time away from my house and doing my business has me not putting out as many videos. So I will get back to doing one a week. I am doing fine. My mom was 88 years old, and she was able to live by herself as long as my sisters were living next door and keeping an eye on her. But she did suddenly get sick. So even though she lived a long, full life, it's still very sad. And I don't think it has fully sunken in with me yet. So I don't want to bum anybody out. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. Videos may only come out, every 10 to 14 days until I am all done with this.